Hello, my friends, and welcome to Where Wendy Creates. Today we are talking about some last minute crafting gifts that we can put together or decorations for the house. If you have fabric in the house, get you some cinnamon sticks and take a cinnamon stick. Oh, yes. And wrap around some scraps. Tear them, tear them, tear them till they're in about 1/2 inch strips. Put them on the cinnamon stick, tie them tightly, squish them all together, then take your scissors and cut them like a tree. Add a little ribbon on top. You have a beautiful, very good smelly Christmas ornament. So you can do these in any of the colors that you have around the home. I try and put green in all of mine, but as you can see, there's lots of other scrappies that look great along with that green color. So I hope you'll take advantage of that. Another thing that we have are the Christmas tree napkins. Yes, my friends, I thought they were outdated, but I am really, really shocked at the last couple of craft fairs I have done how well these have sold. So how do you make one of these? Well, go back, hit subscribe, see my tutorial, but typically it's just 2 half circles. So get the biggest circle that you have, the biggest pie pan that you have, the biggest lid that you have, and put it across. I'm guessing that's about 18 inches by probably about 8 inches at the roundest part. I'm probably sure my math doesn't work. And then a 2.5 inch strip folded over so that turn it right sides out, sew around it again, and then play with it until you can get it to line up like a Christmas tree. It's a beautiful decoration. Put your fork, your knife, your spoon right on that at the dining room table. Be the first at the table to pick it up and dot your lips with it. It is a beautiful gift idea as well, my friends. So consider making these in all of your mismatched fabric that you have that can go along with the Christmas holiday colors. Or make them all in blue and white. Make some different designs there. What's another great trick? Well, my friends, I think I've done a tutorial on this. If not, I will be doing one very soon. But this is simply a casserole carrier. We all need these casserole carriers. This one happens to be square, works perfect for the round pie dishes as well. And what I have is I have a hook on 2 sides, and I have the straps on the other 2 sides, and you simply sew this together, right sides, turn it right side out, sew up that seam. You put your 2 little purse handles and you put your straps right through it, and you can make it in whatever colors you think is perfect for the holiday season that you're looking at. And my friends, if you need more craft fair ideas, there are very, very, very few people making these casserole carriers. What can you sell them for? Well, we were selling these for about $24 to $29, depending upon the fabric that you use in them. So a great, great idea there. Also, what is a great idea other than mittens? You can have a mitten made instead of a big Christmas stocking. So these are a great little idea. You can even fill them, hang them on the tree. You can put in that bubble paint, you can put somebody's name on this. And how do you make it? Well, my friends, we're going to take whatever our oven mitt is, whatever our glove is. We're going to put our hand down on a sheet of paper. We're just going to briefly outline that. We want it to be small. We want it to be able to be hung on a Christmas tree. So don't make it crazy big like an oven mitt. Make it crazy small like a mitten. And then we're going to trace around our hands. We're going to round out that size. We're going to cut 2 pieces of fabric that are facing each other together, cut them out, well, put a pin in them, cut them out, and then sew them. Once you sew them, you turn them right sides out, use a stiletto, use one of those bone smoothers, and press them with the iron. You can make them in any color that you have. And how do you put the little pretty piece on? Well, before you turn these right side out, you're going to sew a strip like this around the edge. You're going to then, on the opening, you're going to sew that up. You're going to turn the whole glove right side out, and then you're going to turn down that little mitten. So again, these make a beautiful, beautiful last minute idea for a gift. And does anybody have that rubber type matting in their kitchen closets, in their bathroom cabinets? Wherever you have that, I even use it under my rugs to stop the throw rugs from moving around. Well, guess what? You put a piece of fabric on them, sew them right sides together, turn them right side out, sew around the sides, put an X across the top, and that is the best jar opener you can imagine. Quick, simple, easy. Make one or two in every different color, and they make the most wonderful, fast, easy gifts to give at Christmas. Everybody gets one. Everybody in your church group, everybody of your friends. Don't forget the Christmas napkins. Make up a bunch of these. They are a little bit more time consuming, and if you're buying the fabric, it does take a lot of fabric because you're looking at that 18-inch to start with piece. So you're lucky to get 2 of these out of a fat quarter. So that means 4 per yard, and you need 2 yards because you need the front and the back. So you're making 4 of these out of 1 yard of fabric. It does possibly get very costly to make these. And when you sell an item like this, you gotta let people know and understand the quality of the fabric, the value of the fabric. Make sure your stitches are smooth and everything looks great on these, and you'll get the better price at the craft fairs. When you can even put a sign up. What does 1 yard of fabric get you? Well, it gets you two Christmas napkins. So just consider that when you're looking at pricing your different items. And then we have the stockings and the potato warmer. I love, love, love the potato warmer. Take a 10-inch or an 11-inch 11-inch strip of fabric with the fabric, fold it in half, put the batting in top, inside. Look at my tutorial for doing this. Sew it together and then turn it right side out after you're done with that. Sew up that little piece that still had that. Then take that, put it 3/4 here, 1/4 here, or you see my measurements here, and you've got a potato warmer. These are quick and easy to make. You just need to have I like to put in sometimes double batting in these depending upon how thick your batting is. And you've got to check the batting, make sure it's 100% cotton, 100% scrim being 100% cotton as well. So very, very important. Anything going in the microwave, 100% safe. And my friends, when you make these, when you gift these, I don't care what you gift, tell everyone who receives these, receives a quilt, like this beautiful quilt behind me for Christmas. Tell them, use it, abuse it, wash it, use it again, love it forever. These things will last a long, long time. Anything in the kitchen, my friends, wash that weekly, if not every use or something, because, well, every use for these. And you can still use them year after year after year. If you take a look at some of these, what I'm going to recommend is once you've sewn it and you've decided where that line is, take a stitch and just stitch across one of those sewn lines. And then that's the first line you can start after you wash it to then press it back again. So that's a great idea how to do that. You've got your potato warmers, you've got your mitt. And again, I had fun tracing out my hand. It's fun, it's rough, it's you. And you know, you're giving this to a grandparent or a great-grandchild. You can tell them, look, this is grandma's hand. This is my hand going on this and trimming that shape out. So it's just a lot of fun you can have around the Christmas time with all of the different items that you can make at home. And my friends, am I showing you many? No, I'm showing you only a few. But they're so worth the gift. They're so worth the time. And I hope this Christmas you will DIY something and share the memories, pass on the memories that other people can say, you know, my grandma gave me that. You know, my mama gave me that. You know, my daughter made that for me. Can you believe it? I hope this has been a benefit to you, my friends. And if it has, I want you along on the journey with me. Hit that subscribe link down below. Give me a thumbs up. And there's a new thing called Hype. Click that hype, click it again, give me those points. The more points I get, the more likes I get, the more shares I get, the more comments I get, the more people might be able to see my video. So I want to tell you, I've used buckram here, but you can use anything. You can use another piece of fabric, draw out a stocking, or grab a stocking that you do have, trace around it, make it nice and big. And then I want you to get all of your scraps out. All of your scraps, and we are going to pin these scraps on face to face. We're going to stitch over the line, and then we're going to press them down, and then we're going to do the next piece. And we just take a piece of fabric, we put it against a triangle that we start at the top, line it up, make sure it goes outside of the line and over the next piece of fabric. We pin it, we sew it right across, and then we can open it up for a beautiful piece. And let me show you that a little bit better. This one I've added a few pieces, and I have stitched it on, and you can see on the back how I'm stitching it. So this is a real quick idea for a quilted stocking. If you don't quilt, this might be the perfect beginner project to start with, and we can make full table runners just like this. So here I have everything covered. So you can see that one, and on the back, my friends, you can see all of my stitching lines. These are never going to show through because we're going to put them together with another piece. Once I have this done, my friends, I am going to turn it over. We're going to press it, and then I'm going to cut on my drawn line so that I have a stocking. And when I have this stocking complete, then I can sew it to another piece to make it a nice stocking. Now, if you don't have fabric scrap pieces, you can get some pre-quilted pieces, cut them out the same way, stitch around them, turn them right sides out. You decide which way is right, which way is wrong. We can fold these over for a beautiful finish on the outside of this. You can get this in any fabric store, and it's just simply quilted, pre-quilted fabric. And what does my quilted stocking look like? Well, we put them together, right sides together with your favorite fabric, and then we turn it right sides out, we press it again, and we stitch on any kind of white fabric that you have, white stocking, sew it up the line after you've stitched it all the way around. Then you simply turn it right side out and then fold this down. You have a completed stocking. My friend, if you have lots of scraps and you have a lot of leftover Christmas fabric or somebody gifts you some, look at this beautiful quilt we have simply made with 8-inch blocks, 10-inch blocks, whatever you have. Put all of them together and quickly stitch over them for a beautiful finished quilt for their bed, or better yet, their hammock. Or, my friends, guess what? Couch throws. Couch throws are in. Get something comfy, snuggle up, watch a Christmas movie, have some eggnog and some holiday cheer. I hope you have enjoyed this, and I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. It is not too late. Make those homemade gifts. You've got this, my friend. Have a great day. Bye.